All right, it's March 3rd, 2024. Hey, just making another video here for my channel TechWave. Just wanted to go over the character abilities and combat proficiencies here for a Sith warrior. I always like to go through these talent trees and see what they have to offer and what's passive, what's actual abilities. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's see here. So at level 15, so you can see here, just for people who are not familiar with Star Wars: The Old Republic, this here is your levels. As you level, it opens up these different abilities that you gain. So this one here, Blood Rage. So this one here is an instant. So Ruptured Bleed. So this one's good. It's one thing I noticed with this with my Sith warrior is that you do a lot of damage over time, and so this is one of the abilities that you put on your targets to get them to start to take damage on before you start throwing out your rotation. This one here, another Shatter instant, and you got a passive ability here for your saber. Draining Scream, so that's a passive ability. You got more passive abilities there. You got instant here, Sweeping Slash. This is one that I've always used, especially for where you have a crowd, because it sweeps them and you can hits up to 8 enemies in front of you. So that's always a fun one. Passive abilities. That's another passive ability. Impales an instant. That's one that I do use in my rotation. This one here, passive ability. Then you got your Furious Power. That's an instant. Then Bloodbound's passive. More passive abilities. Hue. This is one that I like to use. What it does is it hurls your main lightsaber at the target, and then you have all your different roars. This one's passive, passive, another passive, passive, another passive. So it just increases all your other abilities. This one's a good one, Vengeful Slam. This is one I use quite a bit in my rotation. What it does is it slams the weapon on the ground, causing like a shockwave, and that one damages up to 8 enemies as well. So this one's good for crowds. I use it quite a bit. Once you hit 64, you know what, this is passive ability. That's also passive. Another passive ability. Destroyer's passive. Got Mad Dash. So this was a tough one to choose right here. So I went with Saber Reflect. So what this one does is reflects all direct single target damage, and it basically reflects it back to the attacker. And then once you hit 73, then you got to choose between these ones here. So this one's passive. Crushing Fist is passive. This is also passive. And then you can see here your abilities. So you have your ability tree, and then you have your abilities here. So then it kind of breaks it down, so you can see what you're getting at what level. I like it better in the tree form. Looking at it, another cool thing that I just figured out is the ability to add an additional combat style. So back when I first was playing, it was always, you had your combat style, and then you're kind of stuck with it, and then you had your disciplines within it. So you could do like damage over time. I could be a tank, but then they opened it up so that way I'm actually able to unlock a secondary combat style. So that's pretty neat, and then you can have your disciplines within that. And then you also have the ability to switch your disciplines while in the field. So that's actually pretty neat. So yeah, that's one thing I got to work on next is going and unlocking one of these abilities. Outfitter. I got the Mandalorian pack. So it has all the Mandalorian armor from the Mandalorian series. Who doesn't like the Mandalorian? What's a Mandalorian Juggernaut? Why not? Armor levels, I gotta. I'm still working on this guy here. My my rating's low. I just like I said, just finished my chapter through the latest expansion, and now I gotta work on starting to gear this guy up and get him some decent gear. Not sure which way I want to go with this guy yet. If I want to do PvP or more PvE, not too sure yet. I probably will go and dive into some PvP. That's always fun. Well, anyways, that's just wanted to share the ability tree of the Sith Warrior, and I will have some more content out soon.